Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going towards the second phase of our Python video series. So when I started with the first phase, I will tell you what is the first phase, why I have divided this video series into phases. First phase cover all the basics of Python or any programming language. Okay, all the basics of it. And the second phase will start with real programming and solving the problems out of it. Okay. If you are watching my video series from starting, I have in my first or second video, I started with an example of driving a car. Okay. So I'm continuing with it. Okay. I have put the example of driving a car in the last phase. Okay. And in this phase, I will continue the same example. Okay. Now, because I do not think there is a better example to explain how important it is for us to start learning. I will start driving a car, start writing a program, then simply keep looking at theory and syntax. And then lecture videos are also very important. What I want to explain to you is there is difference between practicing and passing the text examination for driving license. Okay. There is difference. There is a lot of difference. I know you know all the parts of a particular car or particular automobile. You have all the knowledge of signals and roads and whatever the functions that a car holds. You know all the things. But if you do not have any experience of driving a car, it is useless. Okay. You cannot go straightly straightly to the highway and started driving car, and you have enough theory knowledge, but you do not have practical knowledge at all. You will ended up with an accident like that. Till now, maybe you have practice or not, I don't know, but till now you have watched the video series only. You being started your video and you are just watching it. It's not going to help you. I'm again saying it. Practice it. Explore more on Google. If you want any help, just comment it. I will always be ready for you. Okay, I will be always ready for you. Okay. Yeah. Then lecture are also very important. Theory is important. Without theory, you don't have knowledge. Without knowledge, how you will going to drive a car? Okay. If you don't know that what a steering does, you will definitely end up an accident within a fraction of a second only. Okay. So that's what the point of that example. Okay. That's what the point for explaining it. So this is the first point I would like to tell you for the beginning of the second phase. And as you know, we tried making you warm up for your programming. And please note that the things are not as simple as it appeared in phase 1. Things are going to be more complex in upcoming videos. Okay. Till now, you may be seeing the things are very easy and many of you may skip the video. But in the second phase of this video series, things are going to get more complex. Okay, mind my words. And that is the very reason why we use the computer. Yeah. Why we use the computer, why we program. Yeah, to solve the complex problems. So we need to learn more complex programs than what we have done in phase 1. Actually, we have not done no programs. Actually, okay. We just in phase 3, I think we will start with computing problems. Okay. But the reason why we use computer is to solve or to make things easier for human beings. Okay. Programming is all about doing complex things quickly and easily, as I keep saying. Okay. So in the second phase, we are going to see few more top-ups to programming skill set. Okay. Which will be, firstly, we will tell you what one means by variable. Okay. It may sound Greek to you till now. Okay. If you are listening it for the first time, but you will get used to it. Okay. What is the variable actually? I will give an example, simply example. We keep buckets in our houses, okay, to store entities, many different types of entities. Okay. And we have different kinds of bucket, different kinds of jars. The vessel you use to store a milk is not used to store, let us say, plain rice. Okay. The glass you use to drink and water is a different glass as compared to what you use glass to drink coffee or tea, maybe beer, okay, maybe whiskey. Glasses are different, okay. Like that, we use different utensils to store different products, or we can say different values as compared to daily life. Like that, we have our own fancy variants, okay, like buckets, like glasses. That these are fancy variants like us, like for our human being. Okay, but like that, strictly speaking, certain things can be put in certain objects only. You cannot put water in some glass or water in some jar which have a hole at the bottom of that jar. Okay, you cannot put the water in it. Okay, strictly speaking, certain things can be put in certain objects only. So very similarly, when a computer has different kinds of basket for different types of entities, okay, so use it now. So that basket is called nothing than variable. That basket is called as that different baskets that computer holds to store different values. That baskets is nothing but a variable. Okay. Take an example. If you want to store an integer, okay, take an example. If you want to store an integer, computer stores it in a different way. If it is a floating point number, or let us say a real number, is stored it in a different way. If it is string, the computer stores it in a very different way. So we are going to discuss that too. Okay. To begin with, in the second phase, we are going to introduce you all to what is called variables. Okay, variables, in other words, in layman's long language, I have already told you, is a basket as in real life. Okay, we need to spend some more time there in variables. Thanks to Python, things are very, very, very simple as compared to, let us say, programming languages that that were there in 90s. As I keep saying, things were very hard there. Okay, in 90s. Here, Python gives you flexibility to declare this basket very easily. Yeah, in Python's variable or the baskets can be declared very easily. Okay, we will be starting with variables and we will go ahead with some print statements, some advanced ideas on print statements. Okay, which I think is more important for you all to learn. And after that, we will be moving ahead to the if loop conditional statement. Okay, hold. If after that, we will move towards an if loop conditional statement. It sounds very complicated, right? If you are hearing it first time, it doesn't even sound like English. If I say if loop, okay, it doesn't match with grammatical English. Okay, but then with time, you will realize that it is very, very powerful entity in programming. Okay, and if you understand it, you understand programming completely. Okay, you will understand programming completely. So basically, there is a triangle which I want you all to remember. Okay, there is a triangle. The triangle with one point, first point will be if, the other being for, and the third one being why. So there are 3 points of this triangle: for, if, why. These are the 3 simple words in English. Okay, but in programming, they mean something else. Okay, and you really need to know where to use if, how would you use for, how do you use while. Okay, maybe confusing at this moment, but then please bear with me. With time, you will realize what is what. Okay, we will discussing that if loop, writing a couple of code in this direction, and I will be teaching you the science of secrecy in its simplest form. Okay? I will. This is a very good point. In second phase, we will dealing with the science of secrecy in its simplest form. Okay, how will you input text and send it so that nobody understand it? Kind of cybersecurity encryption. Yeah, we will deal in very, very nebulous form. Okay, in very, very simplest form. Okay. In fact, do not take whatever we teach seriously because it is a very, very toy example in the second phase. Okay. In fact, very advanced idea will come later on in this course, in this course only. But as of now, we are going to toy around with some very basic example. Okay. So best of luck for the second phase. Happy learning to you all, and just share with your friends. Okay. Bye bye.